Good morning. So I just watched a video of Teal Swan saying that money is not the root of all evil. However, if I do have a large sum of money, that the only type of people that I'm going to attract are people that want me just for my money. And I'm not going to be around anybody that wants me as like a real friend or a real wife, that they're only going to want me for my money if I have a ton of money. And so, all the money that I earned from being hilarious on this channel, be comedian, make $1 million. So at least $1 million. Okay. That's a lot of money to like us peasants and everything. So that's like I'm only going to get people in my life that then want me for my money, and like I'm not going to have any like real friends or like real people that care about me around me. They're just going to be there for my money. They're just there for my money. That's the only thing they want from me. um I think that's a bunch of rubbish. I think pretty much every spiritual teacher in the world right now is pretty much a bunch of rubbish, except for my friends who think I'm mocking them once in a while, but like, remember we're mirrors, guys? Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember that? I remember that. So, it's almost as if nothing's changing. So, nothing's changing. They're like, what we did is like totally fine and totally legit. It just kept you and Chris Evans like away from each other for 10 years. But like, we totally needed to do that to protect the princess, right? We needed to do that to protect the princess. Look, if we never did that, he would never leave the movie industry. Alyssa, you need to thank us. I'm pretty sure the only reason he's in the movie business is because of people like you in the first place. The people that are like you from hell in the first place. So you put him there and now you're taking him out, okay? And Alyssa never wanted to put him there in the first place, okay? Maybe for a little while, like we did, like we said, like we did, right? But like maybe for a couple movies, like maybe being a person was fine for a while and everything like that. Like stop pretending that your ego like did us literally any favors whatsoever. Okay? When like, you know, um we definitely traveled to hell last night, but I'm just saying because they're like, oh, it's almost as if like you need us, Alyssa, because like now, they're leaving the movie industry in droves because of us. And it's like, you are the ones that implemented the fake capitalism system in the first place. Not to mention me taking down marketing last year and then uncovering a whole colony of ants doing what colonies of ants do. Oh my God. Why do they steal Alyssa's marketing? Because there's energy in it. Okay. They steal Alyssa's marketing because there's energy in it. Now they can't do that anymore. So then it goes down a level. How do you make money down a level? Oh, that's how. That's interesting. That's what I'm going to say, probably. Rione. Remember, I'm your mirror. Do you remember? No maki maki? Okay. Wow, it's only 5 minutes in and it's already a laugh fest. Top that, top comedians. Don't top that. Or Jen will gather more strength. Okay, they learned this new way of like gathering strength for me. My family did. Um, it's like walking through me because I'm the one molecule. So they like walk through me to like gather strength. So far, the Nothing did it, Brandon did it, and Jen. So far, only those three. Um, I think I was in my town last night, my game that's a town. So my game does indeed have consciousness. And I think I was there last night. And I don't remember like the dream when I first woke up, really. I just remember Chris being like, they don't let her marry me. They don't let her marry me. This is happening because they don't let her marry me. And that's what I remember, just like waking up to like Chris Evans' voice. Because he is the husband version of my Mike, and it's not that hard to understand. If Chris and I had a baby, it would be Mike. So there you go. It's not very hard to understand. It would literally be Michael Janello. So Michael Janello is a nepotism baby. And he's like, what the hell is this crap? I'm a nepo baby. Mikey doesn't know who he is, right? Mikey. His name's Mikey. Okay, so yeah, I just like keep waiting to like wake up with like the real ring on my finger, like the big heart, gold heart ring with a gold heart band. With a gold heart band. That would be nice. I think that would mean like we passed our like platinum test or something, because why would I say like the gold band? But that's obviously what I want. But clearly, if my dad buys me a platinum band, like I just go with it. I'm not gonna, like, there's no reason to like, I mean, I know you guys are like, oh, make a big stink about it. I don't understand organic living. Like, we know you don't. We know you don't understand organic living. Clearly, you don't understand organic living. Okay. TikTok is down, and that's super sad because, like, what am I supposed to look at online? Like, I got taken off of Instagram and Facebook, so I don't have those. Not that there's anything good to look at on Instagram and Facebook, because there's not, but I thought this was sweet. I took a screenshot of it, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's the TikTok sign, and then it says Fandango, and it's Fandango's TikTok. It says how it feels logging on when the news just dropped, and the caption says still delulu enough to think that everything is fine though, and that goes completely along with my marketing, does it not? I'm like, you guys think I'm the Lulu, right? Because I'm not married to Chris Evans, right? Clearly, I'm just like some weirdo from like a small town. Um, and so yeah, it goes along with my marketing. And Fandango is like, it supports like all of the superheroes, does it not? Because it supports the movies. And it's talking about how like humans lie to themselves and like, oh, everything's fine. California's completely on fire, but everything's fine. There's nothing left in California, but everything's fine, you know. Um, well, Chris maybe had to see it again, you know, like obviously I just talk about what I need to talk about. Like, and it's like obviously you guys don't get it. Like, you still fight back when I like request Chris Evans to come over my house. So, like, you still don't get it that you're like keeping us apart and it's like not okay. Do 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 do. He needs me, 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 he needs me. Do 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 do. Okay, so the fog came in last night again, and it was like so thick. It was like crazy thick, and it was everywhere. And there was like zero visibility. Before the fog came in, like a few months ago, it was just like in my backyard and like the field. I guess it was everywhere, but it wasn't very thick. Like this one was like so super thick. Like it felt like walking through like consciousness goo fields, and I don't think it's any coincidence that hell filled in last night or yesterday during my meditation. When I was meditating yesterday afternoon, um, I saw hell fill in. We went all the way down to the bottom level and we brought the kingdom down to the bottom level, and hell started to fill in. Those layers started to fill in. And so, like, that's where we're located now. And there was like hot tea being poured on the kingdom and hell. Um, and we started to hear all that hot tea come through the airwaves, with people confessing that they're talking behind our backs. Gigi was very impressed by that. And that people are like dating, inappropriate, like according to like your 3D life, like your 3D marriage and stuff like that would be inappropriate, but like y'all are doing it like literally out loud, but y'all are doing it in hell, so y'all think y'all are safe, okay? Or what the false matrix calls the lower astral, which we now know is actually the bottom layer of hell, okay? And I went there and I was like all by myself. I was watching myself go down there all by myself, and I think it was Daddy, and he's like, "I'm here, I'm all by myself." And they were like, "Is that you, Liz, or is that?" And then he like popped out into my bed and gave me a kiss, and he's like, "It's you and me," and it was Colin. So I think it was my daddy. Um, God rest his soul. I guess that's Kim Kardashian talking about Mr. I think his name is Robert Kardashian. People see what they see, don't they? It's called an overlay. Yes, it is. It's called an overlay, okay? Can you get over it? It's called an overlay. It's different things to different people. Can you get over that? I don't know if you can. I literally don't know if you can, because to some people, it's like it's all Colin Farrell. It's not Robert Kardashian, okay? It's Colin Farrell. Like, you can't get over it. It's an overlay. You can't get over it that Alyssa controls the eyes and the ears. It's really weird for you. No, if it's Colin Farrell, then it must be Colin Farrell. That's the way it is. That's the way it is on Earth. Okay, it doesn't work like that on Earth. Um, is the shapeshifter shapeshifting? I mean, y'all made me go off on about that, and they're like, Alyssa, just to us, it's, oh my god, is the shapeshifter already shapeshifting? Oh my God, do I need to have compassion for you? Does God need to have compassion for your pettiness? Wow, how nice it is to be you. That's really nice. Alyssa, it's just like when I go get a haircut and they really mess it up like every time, and like you need to have compassion for me about it. It's a shame sometimes I'm denying. You can easily say like, hand Alyssa over to Chris Evans right now, and like self-soothe your own self from like out of your own nightmare. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't think you know what I mean. 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 I'm laughing so hard I'm crying. You guys take a look at my socks. It's a Mickey pumpkin. Isn't it cute? Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm laughing so hard I'm crying. If I keep turning into Jen, it means that we're gonna have a full on Deep Space Nine invasion, y'all. She is a different type of bug. She is a different type of bug than Gemma Chan, okay? I got Deep Space Nine with Gemma Chan. Okay, guys, I'll look it up. I'll show you the difference. Let me show you, okay? Let me give you a visual, okay? Because I am here for the people. I am here to educate the people. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna puke. Oh. I'm gonna puke. Okay. Um. Excuse me. Okay, this is very, very cute. I mean, this is adorable, really. I mean, I've never seen a cuter bug in my life, to be honest with you. Edgar. Okay, so Jen, if you want to get a visual and Google it for yourself on your phone, I'm not going to be able to make it through this broadcast because I have sister-in-laws making me laugh through the screen right now. Okay. But look at how cute Jen is. Oh my goodness, look at you. You are a cutie patootie. Okay, this is the first. This is the first iteration of Jen, like before she goes through her tribunal, like chrysalis period. Okay, like this is the first period where like she's still like a human. Okay, there's Jen. Isn't she gorgeous? I mean, look at her. Yowza. Mm. Okay, there's the first iteration of Jen, and then here's the second, which is equally as good looking, if you ask me. Okay. Why doesn't it scroll up anymore? Oh, this is top. Oh my goodness, why are you so cute? You are just the cutest patootiest, Jen. Okay. There's the type of Deep Space Nine bug that Jen is. Okay, now I'll show you the one that Gemma is. Okay, so you can see. Very different. They look very, very different. Okay, Kathy's of the world, they are very, very different. Look at how cute they are, though. Oh my goodness. I'm looking for the perfect picture to show you, but there's like so many, you can Google it. Mantis alien or mantid alien? Let me see. I always get it wrong. Like mantids or malian or it's always nice to see like a personal sketch, I want to say. well, we'll just it basically looks like a praying mantis. It's just like huge, like 9 feet, 10 feet tall, but um, there's so many different kinds. So I would say these are all accurate drawings because there are many, multiple different species like on Earth. But anyway, I'll just show you this one. It's fine. Okay. So you can see the difference. You know what I mean? They're a little bit different. Oh my god, I can't stop laughing. Please stop. Okay, okay. So, um, so, um, anyway, last night the fog was seriously thick, and as soon as like we went outside, because I went outside to take fresh out, and there was like fog everywhere. It was like super thick. Visibility was nil, and it smelled like machines and cars and like oil and like muscle cars. Somebody else said it smelled like rubber, like burning rubber tires. Um, but it smelled like that. It smelled like machine-ish. And then I walked downstairs. Well, because we have a deck, so I walked to the yard, and then it started smelling like campfire, like a very, very, very thick smell of a very large, large campfire. And it's fog, which is like a lighter density of rain. So a lighter density of rain can't really smell like campfire. And yet here we are. And it smells like campfire. And yeah, perhaps. I mean, that was like gross, right? Like, what is that about? Like, what is that about? Okay. I think the illegal licensing team would like to take over the chat, and we're afraid it's about to like debilitate us in like grossness, because it was pretty gross last night or whatever. And it's like we're thinking about like how, like, we're thinking about like our gross little things, and like being like, oh my God, because I mean, like, we're like associating it to like our tiny little gross things, which is like not really that gross at all compared to like the illegal licensing team's grossness, which is actually disgusting. So let me just set the record straight with like the disgusting like chart, and like a like here's like zero disgusting, and like here's like us, right? Here's like the crown and like our disgustingness, and it's like, yeah, we're a little disgusting, but it's like here. And then like here's the illegal team's disgustingness. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, um so like we're like thinking about our little bit disgustingness, and we're like, oh my God, I'm not like really allowed in society because I'm like a tiny teeny tiny bit disgusting. Meanwhile, like you're spitting up vomit as like you're going to eat with me, and like you don't consider yourself disgusting, but like there's like puke and vomit like literally all over your face as you're eating like ice cream like literally in front of me. And I'm like supposed to like act like it's chill and like it's not disgusting and like nothing's happening when you're clearly vomiting all over your face. And like that's like more like, like in their ballpark. And we have to like act like, oh no, 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 they're like a completely chill member of society. Like that's how like backwards like they're making us feel right now. Or like, somebody who like farts in like the middle of work and like plays it off like they didn't fart or whatever. Like we just have to like, oh, they're getting older, like they have a looser like system down there, like, okay, whatever. Like Mabel farted like in the middle of the meeting. Like we have to like pretend like that, like, oh, like she's sweet and cute and everything's fine and it's demure. But like if somebody like the princess like accidentally slips up and like belches at lunch, it's like the worst thing in the world. It's like she can't show her face in society, like literally ever anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that. It's like that. Like, oh, you need to be like Grace Kelly. Like you're not allowed to have like literally any bodily functions because you're literally from space. And like you need to leave the bodily functions to us, okay? Because like you know what I mean? Like we're allowed to be disgusting and like you're literally not. Like so let me just like clear that up before like they try to debilitate us with like our teeny bits of disgustingness, which is like right here. Like we're not allowed to be disgusting at work, right? But they are. They clearly are because they have been disgusting at work. And nobody gives a shit. Nobody says anything. Nobody corrects their behavior. Nobody's like, oh my God, can you please stop? That's really like grossing me out. Nobody says that to them. But if I did that, they would gossip about it. They'd gossip about me. Alyssa can't keep her vomit in her mouth. Right? Would they not? Are they not doing it right now? Alyssa, you're disgusting. You cannot keep your vomit in your fucking mouth. And then you eat ice cream in front of us, and we have to watch you combine vomit and ice cream as you eat. Am I joking? No, I'm not joking. I have to smell her puke breath all through lunch. Like, nobody gossips about that shit. No one. You keep it to yourself. I don't know, for some reason, like, gross girl's allowed to be gross. But, like, Grace Kelly ain't allowed to, like, participate in, like, humanness. Or, like, oh my God, am I going to be debilitated by, like, my teeny bit, my 10% grossness? Like, oh my God, they're allowed to, like, literally function as, like, a human. But, like, if Alyssa does it, we're gonna gossip about it and debilitate her. I can't believe I have to watch you eat ice cream after you have vomit all over your face and I have to smell your puke breath combined with ice cream. And I have to just sit here and chill like nothing's happening. Like I can't make any face whatsoever or anything because like you're the biggest bully on the planet and you're gonna like never like let me see the light of day if I like make one like gesture about it whatsoever. Oh, you have something right here. Like, God forbid I say anything like that. God forbid I challenge the arrogance in the room. God forbid. Oh my God, you embarrass me. What is that called? Narcissistic. Oh my God, it's totally called something. Oh, when a narcissist gets insulted, narcissistic injury. Oh my God, don't do that. They're going to suffer narcissistic injury. Just pretend like everything she does is completely amazing and 100%. Don't do that to her. She'll suffer narcissistic injury. I just got to like watch you literally puke all over your fucking ice cream and like pretend nothing's happening because otherwise you'll suffer narcissistic injury. Like there's puke all over the fucking table. And we have to say nothing. There is literally puke all over the table. I mean, it's like we're talking French to Americans at this point. It's like that convoluted, like they can't get it through their heads. They're trying to debilitate us with our 10% disgustingness when their disgustingness is set to 200%, literally every single day. I think I know when someone's at the door. It was Steve Holt. Oh my god. It's what's his name? The guy from American Pie. I don't remember his name. The trank gun guy. He has a trank gun. Okay. They're like completely different movie, but sure. I didn't know you were listening in that closely. And I have to explain it to you. Over explain it to you. But go ahead and correct me with your stupid comments. Okay. Okay, and then oh yeah, so anyway, the fog was intense before you guys so rudely interrupted me with the vomit all over the fucking table. I mean, but my disgustingness is not allowed to see like the light of day. Like, God forbid I do anything 1% disgusting, God forbid. God forbid. Okay, so because they try to get me to like not stick my anyway, it's illegal licensing that I have to stick myself into because it's disgusting. And we've been doing it for 10 years now, so like so it's like you gotta like raise the stakes and like vomit all over the table. Like, I don't know. Leave it. Leave it. They'll be like, it happened. She tells the truth. That shit happened. Like it wouldn't. Like it wouldn't. Okay. They're trying to make it so I'm not allowed to match people. It's exactly what they're trying to do, okay? Trying to shame us. You are trying to shame us into us not matching you. We hear it. Oh my god, I'm turning into the childlike empress. Okay. I just turned into her. If you didn't notice, you probably did. So the fog was very thick. It seemed like there was people in it. It definitely seemed like there was people in the fog. It was very creepy and very eerie. It just felt like condensed people, like walking around in the fog with all the weird smells that I was smelling. And then it seemed like there was like pillars of light, like sort of in the fog, and pillars of light sort of like walking in and out of the fog. Um, and, you know, like so many people love ice cream. Like, I'm pretty sure there's only one person in the world who loves ice cream. That's like such a like good like rebuttal, right? Joe Biden. I mean, I'm clearly talking about a Joe Biden, even though I called him a she to protect the innocent. But go ahead, make me say his name. You know, guys, like, can you understand that it's not one person? It's not one person that I'm talking about. How many people's husbands sleep on the couch? Let's just. How many people have narcissists in their lives? How many people, you know, bills are too high? How many people are suffering? How many people are afraid of climate change ruining their life? There's like so many things that we can relate on, guys. You know, how many people love a good chocolate fudge sundae? Probably one, two max. All right. So anyway, moving on. So there was pillars of light in the fog, and yeah, it was crazy. Oh, and then I went inside and I smelled my hair and I smelled my sweatshirt that I had on, and it smelled like campfire. So it was like a real smell of campfire. And there was no campfire. I think my neighbor had like a night light lit. It maybe was a candle. I didn't know. I didn't go over and check, but like it was a thick fog, and it was like I think it was like a lantern type thing. I didn't check how it was. It was probably like an electrical little lantern or whatever, but it was a visceral smell of campfire. And I went inside, and my hair smelled like campfire, and my sweatshirt smelled like campfire. And I was like, "What the hell? That's crazy!" Like, there's obviously no campfire because it's a fucking thick ass mist in the middle of the night. And um, what else happened? You guys don't want me to stay on topic. I'm trying to remember the guy's name from American Pie who like was like talking through me. So it might have been an event in his life, is what I'm trying to say. I can't remember his name. Like Speckler, but it's not Speckler. Like something like that. Anyway, the blonde guy from American Pie. Um, so then anyway, the fog, the campfire is really real this year, guys. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but the campfire is really real. And it's coming with the name of fog. And I told Ryan's like, that's impossible, Alyssa. That's impossible. Because I smell like campfire. And I just said the campfire is really real, but it was literally fog. So which one was it, Alyssa? Was it campfire or was it fog? Yeah, so anyway, we're saying like it's the loosh. It's the loosh becoming visible and real. Don't you guys loosh for a living? Don't you guys loosh for a living? Loosh. Don't you guys loosh? Because you're looshers. You're a loosher. Right? So the loosh is becoming visible and real so that you can see what you guys are doing because you're a loosher. You're a loosher for a living, aren't you? So anyway, there was people in it when I went to bed, and they were like, "Liz, come out here. It feels so good. It feels so good." I'm like, never heard that before. Never heard that before. Oh my god, it feels amazing. Never heard that before ever. I've never heard that the loosh feels good. That the loosh feels amazing. Never heard it. I never heard that before. The loosh feels amazing. Wow, that's weird. The loosh feels amazing. That's weird. Um, if I vomit all over a table, y'all, I probably did. I probably did vomit all over a table, and I probably did make y'all hang out with me while my vomit was still on the table and didn't allow us to move. And this is my way of like making fun of myself and like, this is actually my way of like saying I'm sorry. Sorry for doing that, guys. What a bitch. Truly, guys, I can't believe I did that to you. Um, yeah, and then, okay, so then it was hard to fall asleep. Sebastian Stan proposed to me last night. He gave me a giant pink square diamond with a teeny tiny gold band that was covered in diamonds. And so he proposed to me, like right here. And he was like, if we're all here in your room, nothing's there. Nothing's there, Alyssa, if we're all here in your room. And I was like, okay. And then it was just hard to go to sleep. There was like a bunch of weird stuff happening. Like, I sort of like saw my brother Adam like sort of like do like an Alice in Wonderland where she's like falling through space and like kind of doing like tumbersaults through space, like how Alice in Wonderland does that. So I saw Adam like do that, and I was like, no, like went after Adam and like grabbed him, like we fell to like hell together, and then like he became like a tiny little baby boy, and like I picked him up and like held him. Um, and what else happened? Just a bunch of crazy stuff like that didn't let me sleep. And so then I tried to watch Space Codes. I saw like a bunch of spaceships getting attacked in the Space Codes. I saw a laser beam from space, like out of a spaceship, and the laser beam was shooting people out of its laser beam at people, and then people were running. And yeah, and then I eventually fell asleep, and then I was dreaming. I was in my like small, like my little town that I play in the video game, but I was actually like food in my dream, and I was being made into different items by an old Asian lady, like a grandmom, and she was like making ingredients into food, but I was literally the consciousness in the food. And I felt all of the excruciating pain of like being chopped up and like minced and like mixed together and like squeezed and like juiced. And I think she was making like all these different meat products. And I was feeling like all of the pain from it, like actual pain. And I was just like, wow, like this is crazy. And I was like talking to the lady as like she was like making food or whatever, like we were talking back and forth, like she's talking to her food. And I kept on being like, ow, ow, like to her in the dream, like ow. And yeah, But it was very painful. And I was like, wow, this is so painful to be food. This is so weird. Like, I'm literally, dead meat and I'm still feeling like all this pain. Like, it's weird. And then I woke up. Um, but yeah, oh yeah, Sean was in that dream too. We were like on a conveyor belt. Like, we were actual literal food. And we were on a conveyor belt and, like, I guess being distributed. It was crazy. It was really crazy. And then, what else did I don't remember what else I dreamed. I think something about like setting up like a stage or something. But yeah, let's hear it for the boy. Let's hear it for my man. Okay. Yeah, and then I woke up to Chris Evans like kind of crying because, oh my God, they're not letting us get married, Chris. What are we gonna do? Um, yeah, it's so fun. I just love it here. I just love it here. It's like really, really fun. Like, anyway, so I didn't sleep that much last night. I woke up at like 8:30, I want to say. I kept waking up during the night, obviously. Um, I think I did the thing where I like sat right up in my bed again. Like, I just like, and I'm like, oh, I'm sitting up again. It's like I like wake up and I don't lay in bed. Like, I sit straight up and it's like so weird. I'm like, why am I sitting up in bed? And I keep doing it. Probably because I'm vomiting all over myself during the day. That's probably why I'm sitting up at night, you know, because what if I vomit at night? I have to sit up. I'm just like, spitting facts, guys. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I'm just sort of like, just chatting, like, just chatting with friends, you know. Don't take it too personally.